only woman to lead a South African political party. She's tough, fearless and uncompromising, qualities that have won her both friends and enemies. Meet Patricia de Lille, the first politician to blow the whistle on the arms deal and expose corruption at the highest levels of government. Patricia de Lille, thank you so very much for joining us and welcome to the program.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Well, there are so many things I'm sure that people want to ask you and want to sort of get to know a little bit about Patricia. But one thing that I think there is general consensus about is that you're regarded as this firebrand person or personality. In fact, Nelson Mandela was saying that regardless of which political party you belong to, people really can't help liking and admiring you. But there are many who sort of wish you'd just go away.
Exactly.
How do you sort of manage to keep going when things aren't so pleasant, if you will?
Yes, you know, I do whatever I'm doing first of all for my country. I love my country, I'm passionate about it, and I simply wake up in the morning and I say, I will not allow anybody to mess up my country. And that is sort of how I judge what I need to do. But also, you know, we've come from a very bad, sad past. And, you know, there are just too few people that are tasting the fruits of our democracy. I mean, the struggle was not about enriching a few members of parliament. And my task is to see how do we extend that base so that more people can benefit from our new democracy.
It's an interesting phrase that you chose, I won't let anyone mess up my country.
Yes.
Do you think that there are people who are messing it up right now?
Oh, yes, there are quite a lot, and not only government. I think even some people in opposition are trying to mess up our country. Let me start with the opposition. You know, we cannot allow our society to remain divided the way we are. We all need to work hard to bridge the divides of the past. And you find some opposition parties that still want to take us back to the status quo, you know, the old black versus white fight. Who are not working towards reconciliation in our country. And they're messing up. So, you know, they're also in terms of driving fear into people. You know, they exploit the fear, especially of white people. Instead of saying to the white people, come, let's work together. And in that sense, you know, some opposition parties are messing up. On the side of government, you know, I think we must be honest and acknowledge that, you know, we've done well in terms of more people have homes, more people have water, more people have electricity, but certainly we could have done better. You know, I was in Parliament the other day and the Minister of Finance says, oh, we've got 3 billion rand in reserve. I said, are you mad? I mean, how, you feel proud we've got reserves. How can we have reserve when there's such a backlog of and so many needs in the country? So on that side of government is messing up because they don't have their priorities right. I think the priority must be eradicating poverty.
One of the challenges that one often has when you have this conversation is that one of the reasons why the economy does so well, why there is prosperity, while you have in excess, as you're referring to in terms of the budget, is the fact that the international community needs to see those things in order to be more willing to, one, change our rating, but also to have people come here and be willing to invest in this country. So sometimes it's a bit of a double-edged sword. I mean, you seem to be implying that, you know, forget about all of that. Let's just focus on delivery of social services. But oftentimes doing so is to the detriment of the encouragement of direct foreign investment.
Well, because of our history, we've got no option. We have to have a government that is based on social democratic principles, because it's the very same people that has put this government into government today. Yes, we must do, and we must meet the needs of foreign investors. But what you've seen in South Africa happening in the past 10 years is that we did receive investment, but it's sort of a jobless growth in the economy. I think what South Africans are saying is that we don't want handouts from government. We don't want grants. What we want is a job, so that we can have our dignity back. And that is where we need to strike the balance between the needs of foreign investment and the needs of the majority of South Africans.